A student produced this for UND's TV show, Studio One.
And with the first snowfall comes the first round of winter cleanup, and there are a few things you want to be aware of before you grab that shovel.
That first blanket of snow can be beautiful, but it can also be a pain. Wynne, Associate Director for Safety at UND, says shoveling's not just an inconvenience. It can also lead to a number of injuries.
You'd also have the slipping, tripping, falling on the ground. You get obviously bruises, sprains, strains. You can hurt your knees, your hands.
Wynne says there's also risk to those with heart conditions or high blood pressure.
Once an individual gets into a cold atmosphere, the heart has a tendency to increase its workload, tries to pump blood faster.
Wynne also says that many people make the mistake of putting on too many layers of clothing when shoveling snow, and they forget about the exertion that's involved.
And in that situation, you want to have clothing that you can remove or at least allow to open to ventilate.
Even your choice of footwear can save you a trip to the emergency room.
People don't think they need boots, so they serve more than one purpose. They serve the purpose of stability. They serve the purpose of protection against the cold.
Whether it's wearing the proper clothing or being mindful of pre-existing medical conditions, having safety in mind may keep you and your family healthy for the holidays. This is Mike Rouser reporting for Studio One.
Another way to avoid injuries while shoveling snow is to actually stretch your muscles beforehand.